You're listening to PBS.
Big old boot shop. 19. I don't know what year is it. Joe was talking about the Christmas. And New Year's. And itching pickles and boot shop.
Joe and Reason, pickle and boot shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joe and Reason, pickle and boot shop. Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles.
With your grandma and your kids.
I go downtown.
With your grandma and your kids.
Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle, get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids.
Pickle and boot shop.
Stay for the squids. Boots.
Pickle time.
Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands.
1996, we start this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pickle and Boot Shit. Why do we do this shit every time, Joe? Can you see me yet? Look
No.
at me, Joe. Joe, just look at me.
I'm looking at me, and then there's a circle with your avatar face in it.
Joe, are you looking at yourself in the... Are you FaceTiming yourself again?
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
wait, it says
All this
camera,
new technology.
USB camera, vid, PID. I don't know how this is working, but I see myself. There's a little picture of me, and I can change the background. So
I
this-
see myself as a hundredaire.
Speaking of 100 there, how much are they paying you to play 58 shows? This is what I don't get. Like 2 weeks ago, I was talking to a different Joe Yerke. I was like, hey, Joe, you guys should get back together and play some shows. And you would say, no, never.
Right.
You yelled at me, never will
Right.
I do it again. No. And then suddenly you're playing 58 shows throughout the
Right.
continental United States and Europe.
Yes. I know. It's weird.
Insiders
It's,
are getting back together. Number
I know.
one. Number
I
two,
posted, yeah,
you're playing 538 shows.
in 2 months.
That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. We're doing roughly 11 shows a day.
I believe you can do it. If you put your mind to anything, guys, write this down because this is some life advice. If you put your mind to anything, you can do it. Did you?
And if you put your boots to somebody, you can move mountains.
You can move mountains. Guys, write this down. Listeners, patronizers, freebies.
If people aren't already listening to this show with a pad of paper and a pen next to them, they've
Yeah.
been missing out for 28 episodes.
Yep. Yeah. Just, you know what? Why? Dude, this is
Why
why
do that to yourself?
I am no medical professional, but like I would say that is psychologically damaging to not just write down notes to this show that you can apply to your life. You're just
I'm no
wasting your
Sigmund
time.
Freud. I'm no Sigmund Freud, but
No.
you know,
Waste your time, people. Just keep wasting your time. Driving around.
waste
whatever
your
you're
time.
doing, listening to podcasts.
Wonton your time. Waste not wonton.
The insiders.
Yeah. So the insiders. So we got
Backing up my friend.
We got asked to play Furnace Fest. We got the official.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully we weren't catfished. Hopefully we're actually playing it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard a follow up. The last thing I heard was get us a picture, and then I was like, "Could we get do we need a contract or something?" And so hopefully, I mean, obviously we're far enough out. Hopefully all that stuff is coming, and I didn't get catfished, and all this is for naught.
I believe you did get catfished, but that was a different time. So this time,
Okay.
not.
Yeah. And so then Nate Nate was saying, well, if we're going to be playing September, we should do a couple of shows prior to like warm up our chops.
He's smart.
Yeah. So it got posted. Somebody posted that a club in Grand Rapids called the Skeleton posted that they were doing a reunion show with us, like doing an insider show. Nobody in our band had any clue.
It wasn't the Skeletons posting that they were going to do a reunion show with you?
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. Yeah, but so it was.
Joe,
it was a
my butt crack itches.
Oh, that
Okay.
means you didn't wipe well.
Sorry, go on.
And so, so it was on the internet for a couple of hours. That what's it called? This April 15th show in Grand Rapids was going on.
Yeah.
And none of us knew anything about it. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, do you want to do it? And then we were like, yeah, that would give us a good deadline for practice.
That's how my stupid band got back together.
Yep.
Rumors.
So practice starts next week. We start practice next week on Tuesday.
All right.
And then we play April 15th. And the other bands that are playing are still to be determined. We're trying to get Johnny Respect.
What?
And then, yeah, we're trying to get Johnny Respect. And then there's another, there's a amazing musician here in Detroit. His name's Steve Kachowski. And he was in Jay Navarro and the Traders. He's been in, if you need a horn player, if you need trombone and something, he's it. He's played with the Suicide Machines, he's played with us. He came to Europe with us. He's played with Insiders for a while.
No thanks, dude. There's one guy I trust to fill in on the trombone, and his name is Sang Kim.
Sang Jason Kim.
Also, he's sometimes if you sit next to him long enough, he'll start touching your leg.
Oh. Well, Sang will be there in Alabama. He's playing Furnace Fest.
Yeah.
So we have our original, as far as like the original that most people know. We have our original horn lineup. With Bram and Sang.
Have you reached out to Kyle yet?
No, have
Joe,
not.
come on.
Well, here's the deal. So we are going to do this April 15th show. And then Erica from Chicago, Erica Carlson, you remember her?
Yes, I do.
With Edan Productions. She messaged me and said, wait a second. Oh, now I see you.
We're in, I put together mode on, and we're on some steps.
Yeah, I can see you, though.
Hang on. We got to do ball pit. It's called Celebration. There we are. Oh, it's balloons. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, we're playing in a balloon pit.
Okay, Erica Carlson.
Yep. So then Erica messages me on Facebook. It says, wait a second. If the Insiders are getting back together and you guys are doing a Grand Rapids show, you have to do a Chicago show.
Oh,
and the
my
thing is,
gosh.
I don't disagree with her.
For real, dude.
So this is what I'm thinking in my head, and I posted this on Facebook. I'm thinking we do April 15th. Then I'm thinking late July, sometime in August. We do a Friday night in Detroit, a Saturday in Chicago. Then we do Furnace Fest, and that's it. So 4 shows.
This is a lot, dude.
That's what I would propose. And
So
I
you're trying
think
to come,
if
how long is your, like, are you going to headline?
I hope not.
Come on.
No, I mean, in all honesty, I would love to do a Detroit and Chicago with you guys.
Okay.
I mean, if we can't get Detroit done, at least Chicago, and like have you guys headline,
No.
and then have Reliant K, be the co-headliner, and then
MXPX,
and then POD,
and then POD,
and then Chevelle,
Chevelle,
Squad, what would be awesome is because we're in Chicago to have Flatfoot 56.
Oh man, that would be sweet.
So
Let me talk to my people.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head, and again, this is just me. You're the first person I've said this to. It would be great to do like a Detroit and a Chicago, and do you guys, us, and Flatfoot. As the show. I think that would be great.
Okay.
And like if Flatfoot couldn't do Detroit, then it's like you guys, us, Johnny Respect, and then Chicago.
Sheesh.
Put Flatfoot in there.
This is exciting.
Yeah. What was weird is
Okay.
what was weird is people started talking about going to these shows. And I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to be brutally honest. I got choked up.
Yeah.
Because that's not how I envision the Insiders. The Insiders I envisioned were always the number 3 or the big number 2, if you know what I mean. But when you guys had your last show, people flew from all over the world to go to your last show. But then you guys are like Kiss and you come back every 2 years after you say you retired.
No, we just don't play any shows. And so people are like, did they break up again? They keep saying that.
You're like, no, we just had a long break between. what were they used to be called when you'd play
lazy? Is what they call that.
Your Tuesday and Wednesday would be off in the middle of Des Moines. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh no, it was a driving day.
Yeah, we did not get days off. We got driving days.
Yeah, you guys retired and then had 10 years of driving days, and then played your next show.
That's what happened. And during those driving days, we got distracted by college and spaying
boobs.
and neutering animals. Oh, yeah. Boobs. There was boobs in there. I forgot.
Yeah. But so I don't know, so just reading some of the comments and stuff, and then people have, been sending messages of being like, Joe, seriously, I don't think you understand how much people like the Insiders. I mean, we're both pretty self-deprecating people. And I think after a while, you just kind of believe your own self-deprecation. So it's been awesome hearing from people reading that people are like, oh yeah, my wife and I are going to fly down to Furnace Fest, or, if you play a Chicago show, we're driving up from St. Louis, or to me, that's mind blowing. That's mind blowing. And I can't even put into words what that would make me feel like. Because we were always the band that even headlining our own tours, we wouldn't sell places out, So if we played Chicago, we weren't playing the huge venue in Chicago.
Yeah.
We were just playing a club, and there were still plenty of tickets available at the time of the show. So we've never had that type of following where people would come from a distance, and to read about that. And even if it's 6 people that I'm reading that about, if all we played for were those 6 people, I would be blown away. It's just, I don't know.
Well, this is good,
getting
Joe.
Older.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But what terrified me, and you can also read this on Facebook, what terrified me is, after I posted that, not only did Erica message me, but other people started posting and other people started messaging. Hey, when are you going to come to California? Hey, come to Colorado. Come do this. Come Pennsylvania.
Come do meth with me.
I'm like, dude,
that's great.
I can't. So I
that
posted
was Kyle, by the way.
Yeah, I posted a thing saying how thankful I was, but I just can't do it. Between my private life and being a dad, my work life, and then when I'm off on my
being an exotic male dancer.
Yeah. So when I'm on break from male dancing,
right,
I don't want to be in a van with everybody traveling across the country. That's not fun at age 45.
Yeah, but so the way we do it now is just sometimes we don't make money or we just break even, but it's we just set rules. We're not going to sleep on the floor anymore. We get a decent hotel, like not a crazy expensive one, but decent, like, and then you fly, rent like 3 cars, and we drive all our, one is an SUV, and then there's 2 other cars, and trying not to drive more than 4 hours to the next show, and then do 2 shows, like do a Friday, Saturday show and go home. It's not bad.
Yeah, but the problem is what you explained is if the commitment was already there to do it, what you explained is doable.
Yeah.
But so I'm with you right up until the end where you say that's the weekend. That's the thing with me is like my weekends at like where I am in my life, that is what sucks. It's like I can do 4. Like kind of with the schedule that I'm seeing in my head right now, like, all right.
And I do it every weekend. Do it like 6 times a year. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, something like that might actually be doable, but it couldn't be any more than that. And that was the thing when like I posted that we were going to start practicing to do Furnace Fest, and all these people started commenting. It put me in panic mode. I was like, I can't do this. Like I can't do Furnace Fest and then do Florida and then do Colorado and California and Chicago, and like that gave me anxiety. I'm flattered, but still have anxiety. If that makes any sense.
It makes sense. That's how I feel.
0.
That's how I feel when we play. And then I'm like, are people still going to come? And then I'm worried I can't sing anymore every time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I start next Tuesday, and I mean, I sing around here and I sing like for fun.
Yeah.
But singing for fun isn't insiders singing.
No.
And so it's gonna be interesting, like where my throat goes with it.
Yeah, but you can remember lyrics, so you have that going.
I can remember lyrics better than you can.
Yeah,
but
which is 0.
but it's still like I probably have 60-70% lyric retention. So I think I'm better than you, but still not great.
So for like $25, you can get a Bluetooth thing that you step on, and it turns pages. Like if you have an iPad, you can just put it on the monitor and step on this thing, and it will bring up each song. And if
what's it called? Like iPrompter?
I'll send it to you, man. It's so,
that I might need that.
I was like, I can't do this. I can't, like, because before when I would read lyrics, it would throw me off of it because I have to not be thinking of the lyrics. It has to be like this other part of my brain that's being accessed. But it does something for the anxiety to know that, like, if I get lost, all I have to do is look at this point, and then I know the lyrics.
Yeah.
Or in between verses, I can just like glance at it and be like, "Oh yeah, that's how it starts," and then just go.
That's what gets me is like even now. So Nate put together a playlist of like the songs that we're doing. And so I just have a playlist, and I'm just listening to it going through. And a lot of times I'm like, okay, how does the next verse start? How does the next verse start? How does the next verse start? And then you hear that first word, and then you know right where to jump in. So I think if I had that little prompter to just be able to look down and be like, okay, this is where the next verse, this is how it starts, I would be golden.
It's okay. Hey, the other thing is I got an iPad Pro from, I was just like, when they came out, I was like, man, that looks so cool. It'd be so cool to be able to draw on those things with the Apple Pencil. And freaking, I got like it's like a second generation one, but it was like $150. There's this website called Back Market, and it's like a clearinghouse for like refurbished Apple stuff. So I got one, and so I have a bigger one, which helps. Also.
Oh, nice.
So I have that gigantic iPad up there, and then I just have the switch thing.
And you just have it like leaning against the monitor, or
but we don't use the monitors, so it's fine because we have the in-ear thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that also makes it easier for us to play shows is that we have a click playing, and
Oh yeah, we don't do clicks.
yeah, it helps so much.
Nate Sjogren is the human metronome. Thank you very much.
I want to say Andy has gotten like 1,000% better on his timing. Like, where did we play? We just played a show like where at Furnace Fest. It like our in-ears weren't working, and Andy was like on. But it used to be in the old days, he'd start getting more and more excited. So the song would start at like
Yeah, that's
80
what Nate
BPM
does.
and be
That's what
done
Nate
by
does.
100. You know, like you'd
Yeah.
just be like,
Yeah, there is something about that energy though that I do like. That the speeding up and slowing down. You know, I'm okay. Maybe not on an album. Definitely not
Not an
recording.
album.
Yeah, but a live show, I have no problem going with the energy or lack thereof.
okay, but like for us, I think the main thing is like so much you don't know what your sound is going to be like on the stage.
Yeah.
You have no idea, and I have terrible like natural rhythm, and so if I can't hear something like the kick drum, or I can't hear the bass, I'll get way off, or I'll
Yeah,
start
like it's
gravitating
bouncing
towards,
off the back wall.
yeah, or like this happens all the time where you can only hear the high pitched stuff, so you're hearing the snare, which is usually on the upbeat, you know, for us, or you know, like you hear horns or like higher guitar notes. So I
Yeah.
would get off. I get like half a beat behind
Gross.
or in front.
Gross. Save it for home, bro.
Thanks.
Gross. Getting off on
Gross.
stage. G. Ross.
Well, I want to tell you guys my secret motive. Now,
For being in a band is
we-
that.
is that when it's over, I get to get off the stage and go home and sleep.
Gross. I hope. Oh, I'd hate to be the band that followed with you getting off the stage.
Well, it happens. I get off the stage, and then like a new band has to go there next night.
Reliant K
It's usually Reliant K. They're right behind us.
or Mix Picks.
Yeah.
Mix Picks.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. This is cool. I think we should try and play shows together. I'll talk to Tom, our booking guy, and see.
Yeah.
We have nothing booked right now. We've just been kind of in this limbo. But for me, my personal life is so chaotic right now.
Yeah.
I have not been thinking about it. One cool thing that happened is last night, Dennis Culp came to my house.
Oh.
Yeah, like so his son is going to school in Nashville at Belmont, and they drove through, and Dennis is like helping him drive down and then flying home, and you know, like got a cheap ticket, and so
I
they
think
both stayed at our house.
I think Tim Tabor's daughter goes to Belmont.
They should hang out.
Yeah. For sure.
He's a freshman. I don't know.
I think she's a sophomore. I think she's a sophomore.
But he's a very good looking young man, if you could tell Tim that. And a good, upstanding Christian.
I will do so. And his daughter is a very cute young lady.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. And hers and his.
Three's Company 2. Now, are you talking Mr. Roper or Mr. Furley?
I am Mr. Roper.
Oh,
So-
you are.
I'm talking about Mr. Furley.
Okay.
Mr. Furley came afterwards, right? They hired Don Knotts to replace, and he was like the brother of Mr. Roper. And then they started a side sitcom that made it about half a season, The Ropers.
Yeah.
It just wasn't funny, I don't think, like
No.
without
There was-
the whole situation of Jack and the two ladies. and him thinking
Yeah.
Jack was gay.
Isn't that hilarious that was a major television show plot?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a guy who lives with two ladies.
A guy who lived with two ladies, and they weren't allowed to have guys in the apartment, so he acted gay so that Mr. Roper wouldn't boot him out of the. He said that was okay, and that was the premise of the show.
Oh man.
Television has done some things, man. Bosom buddies. That was crazy. Last night I started watching MASH from season 1, episode 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I love MASH. Here's something. Now, you guys, I'm saying this not as me calling it. I'm saying what was on the show. So please understand this. How offensive this is. So on the first episode of MASH, season 1, episode 1, in the officer's tent, not the officer's tent, the surgeon's tent, it's Alan Alda, Hawkeye, it's Trapper John, and it's a black guy who they call Spear Chucker.
That is from the movie.
It's on the TV show too.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, it was I think he's in the first and second episode of season 1, and then episode 3 rolls around, he's gone. Like, to my knowledge, they don't reference him being gone. Like, he's just gone. He's no longer a character on the show. And he's like replaced by like Frank Burns or somebody like that. But yeah, that was his name on the show.
In the movie, isn't he like an NFL quarterback that gets drafted, and then they have like flag football, and then they're like, he's the ringer?
Oh, I don't remember that.
And I hardly remember the movie, but I do remember I watched it with my dad, and he was like, my dad had some loose morals, but it was like he would sit there and like coach you like, this is not okay. And your grandfather, this is the only movie I ever knew he walked out of. Like, my grandfather, who was like a World War II vet, just stood up and was like, we're leaving.
Like they are making a mockery of the Korean War.
Yeah. I don't know. I would love to have talked to my grandfather about this. It's not to detract from what you're saying about MASH, but like he grew up like this poor dude in northern Ohio, was an orphan. Like his dad died of asthma, and like at 10 years old, he was like one of these kids that got farmed out in the Great Depression to like work on a farm, stayed in touch with his brothers and stuff, got drafted for World War II out of college, I think, or he volunteered. He was like a 90-day wonder, became like a second lieutenant, then first lieutenant, and his battalion, like he got stuck with, they would put you like with a platoon of whatever, you're infantry, you're this guy. He was the mortar and bazooka guy. Like, so his platoon was this, but this is what it was told to me by my grandmother. He wasn't racist. I'm sure he was racist before, because everybody was racist. All our grandparents are racist.
Yeah.
But he, I guess, developed some more nuanced racism from being in World War II, because he didn't know any black people. And they were just like, no one will take the N-words. So who wants to be the lieutenant for these guys? And my grandfather was like, I don't care, I'll do it. You know, some poor white kid who was an orphan, he went, and I guess from hearing from my dad, he became more racist.
No. I thought there was going to be a silver lining.
I know.
That took a
The silver
turn.
lining is like I think the guys that he had were just like it was like their first time away from home. They were getting paid well, so there was like they were out horsing around and getting venereal diseases, and this caused my grandfather to develop some new racism.
Oh,
And
no.
but he stuck in there, and he was like, he shipped out. He was like on. He helped take Iwo Jima, and then helped like take Okinawa, and he got shot by a sniper, and then they then made captain. I think after he went back. Like he was in Walter Reed for a year after World War II ended, like because they thought they were going to cut his leg off. So this is my grandfather. He's like a war hero, makes captain, does this, and then goes to MASH, and he was just like, "Fuck this!" Stood up and walked out. And my dad and my grandma would always say, like, that was the one movie your grandpa could not stomach. I imagine him like sitting through The Graduate and just being like, okay, but MASH done with.
Right.
So
I remember, I think MASH is like rated like PG.
no.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's PG. And then like there's like the scene where they like pull down the shower, you
Yes.
know, and like
Is
the
it-
nurses are like trying to cover themselves up, and it was PG.
Was there boobies?
I think so.
Holy cow.
I think
Remember they would like sneak butts in all the time in PG movies? There's no PG-13, and there'd always be like, oh, there's a
Butts.
shot of a guy's butt or a lady's butt.
I remember like boobs. Like, you remember Just One of the Guys?
I don't think I saw it. I think I saw it like on video. Did it have boobies?
Yeah, like it was a
Jeez.
PG movie where this girl was pretending to be a dude in like a frat.
Yes.
And then she
played
falls for
football.
Yeah, and then she like
Football?
falls for one of the guys, and then at the end she's like, "I'm a girl," and he's like, "What? No, you're not." And then she just rips her shirt open and shows her boobs, and it was a PG movie.
Like all the people on the ratings board were European. They're like,
Yeah.
this is fine.
They're like, yes, human
yes.
figure,
It's
human
fine.
figure, go figure, the human figure. The kids
Oh,
are going to
jeez.
have to learn. Kids have to learn. This is more of an educational movie, yes.
Lord.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
MASH, you started watching it.
Yo, I was just talking about that character.
Yeah.
And the other thing, like, I love Funko Pops. I wish Funko would come out with MASH characters.
They have not yet.
No,
Huh.
they haven't. The ones that I want them to do, they haven't done MASH. They haven't done Peaky Blinders. And
Hamlet. You're upset about that. Like, what are they friggin' gonna do Hamlet?
right.
They did Romeo and Juliet and Richard V. What the
Did you
hell?
hear about? Hey, did you hear about that? Speaking of movies and stuff in movies, did you hear about the lawsuit
Oh,
from
yeah.
the original Romeo and Juliet?
Did you have to watch that in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that girl's boobs are on there, and she
Yeah.
was 15 years old.
Dude, was your teacher just like, hey, this is going to happen. Just shut up about it, or we're not
Yeah.
going to watch it.
Just be an adult about it.
That's basically what they told them.
Yeah, and it's like, just be an adult about it. And I want to be like now, I want to be like, be an adult about it. So how are adults about looking at a 15-year-old girl's boobs? Like, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And so they did a $500 million lawsuit that they were forced to do it. That when they agreed to the movie, the director said that they would wear nude bodysuits. So they agreed to do
And
the
then
movie.
on the day of, they were like,
Yeah.
it would look better if you didn't,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, I hope they get. I mean, obviously, 500 million is a ton. So I hope that like the movie studio is like, how about we give each 100 million and we call it a day?
I bet they will.
Yep. And so I hope they get that. I couldn't imagine. And then like now, how in God's name is that movie still available out there, knowing that a 15-year-old girl's boobs are in it?
Yeah.
Like, that is bizarre. Just like you said, everyone's always just turned a blind eye to it.
Well, so yeah, like in high school, they're just like, that happens sometimes for us. I don't know if it happens now, but like, they would just be like, well, there's brief nudity in it. You're in high school. It's time. This is going to happen. I'm sure
Right.
now they're just like, no.
Right. Now
watch
everything
Shrek.
starts in second grade. Kids don't even know if they like pizza, and they're having like sexuality crammed down their throats.
I am thankful for that where I live because there is a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
It seems like my kids don't have to grow up quite as fast, but there you go. I just said something very positive about Virginia.
Yeah, you did.
Only this part of Virginia.
I have to make a correction. I told my sister, and she relayed it to my brother-in-law, that I would make a correction on their behalf. Prior to the Thanksgiving, episode, I let everybody know that we were doing an 80s Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we were going to do an 80s Thanksgiving, and I said that my mom and I were very excited to do this. Mm-hmm. And my sister and brother-in-law heard me from the other room, and they heard me say that I don't think anybody else is too excited.
Oh.
So it bummed them out. And
You're correcting them.
On the day of Thanksgiving, they kept it such a secret. So it was 80s Thanksgiving. And I will, by the time you guys are hearing this podcast, I'll post the pictures of the costumes from Thanksgiving. So I was dressed like a dad in the 80s. So I wasn't dressed like a teen. Like I wasn't like, I didn't look like Johnny Rotten. I didn't look like Sid Vicious. I didn't look like the neon with the leg warmers and any of that. I was a dad from the 80s. So I was wearing brown corduroy pants. I had a mustard turtleneck with this like turkey shirt on. And then I kind of had a blonde curly like perm. And then I had a pipe. And so I was just like, a dad in the 80s. So my sister and Eric, my brother-in-law, they said, I didn't specify which 80s. So they went as 1780s. They went as the 1780s or the 1880s. I think it's 1780s. Like they look like my sister looks like the lady who got her head cut off in England, like Mary,
Queen of Scots, Bloody Mary.
Well, like so like she had this crazy like long dress. She had like a fan.
This is amazing.
She had this amazing wig, and then Eric had on the pilgrim shoes with the high socks that went to his knees. He had like the whole outfit. He had like the white wig that had like the rolls, like the curl rolls and stuff. The jacket, I mean, it was amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he had a cane, oh my gosh. So I'll post on the Pickle and Boot Shop Instagram. I'll post the pictures, and then when we're done here, I'll send them to you first.
Okay.
So they got their pictures taken, like we had pictures taken. For Christmas, Eric got my sister, they took a picture of themselves in these outfits. He sent the picture away to have it like screen so it looked like an oil painting on a canvas, and it's hanging in the dining room here. It's this amazing picture, so I'll take a picture of it and send that to you.
You have to.
Oh, it's great. I'll post it on the Instagram. But it was hilarious. So they were like, "Yeah, you didn't say which 80s." So we went as like the 1780s. And it's good. It was really good. They won. They won the day.
They won Christmas.
So, but I had to, my sister said I had to come back on here and let everybody know, because after listening to the Thanksgiving one, if people were thinking her and Eric were like party poopers and didn't go along with it, they ended up doing better than anyone. My mom
I said Christmas. It was Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yes, I did say Christmas. Thanksgiving. My mom looked great. She was wearing like the 80s like workout like leotard with like the leg warmers. She had a big side ponytail with like, you know, neon, like a fluorescent headband. Oh, my mom looked great. So it went over real well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Joe, if you hear me chewing, it's because I've only ate a oatmeal cream pie for dinner, and then I just found this package of Sour Patch Kids that I forgot to put in my kid's stocking.
I'm dying to, that's all right. I'm dying to eat one of these. I got these. I don't know if I showed you these before, but they're the Emi ramen noodles.
You did.
Yeah. I want
like
one
vegan.
of those. Yeah. I'm hungry for one of those.
Do you have to go cook it? Did you eat dinner yet?
Oh, yeah. I ate. I'm good for the night.
You're like 3 minutes behind
Yeah.
us, though.
Right.
In the, on Eastern Standard Time. -3.
So, hey, here's something.
Hey.
You being a
Guy.
space geek. Something that blew my mind last week.
Uh-huh.
To the point where I got like, for 30 seconds, I almost had a panic attack.
30 seconds, my nipples were erect.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
And they were about 2.5 inches
that?
long.
Is this a family podcast?
No.
Some people bring their families in for this, and I would like to caution against that. Because
This
sometimes
is-
I say
it's-
bad words.
This podcast is a cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale.
TAIL. Cautionary tale.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of cautionary tale, you know how dogs have an anal gland?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
those of you that don't have dogs or aren't
This
dog
is the reason
lovers,
I don't have dogs.
Yeah.
Or am a dog lover. What you just said.
Yeah.
You know how dogs have an anal gland?
Yeah.
Yep.
So dogs have this gland like underneath their tail, like inside, like just within their butthole. I don't know what the gland is for. Probably something to do with dogs and smelling each other and whatever. Well, when you go to when you get your dog groomed, when you take it to a groomer, they squeeze the gland and they clean it out so it doesn't get like enlarged and what do they call that? Like an abscess.
God.
So
No.
for a few months, my sister has a Great Dane, and this thing is giant. It's nuts. It's nutsack. When this dog gallops past you, it's like its nutsack is like two large oranges just bouncing around, you know, just inches from your face. Because again, it's a Great Dane. So when you're sitting in a chair, his nuts are about chest high on you. And so for a couple of months now, his big old tail's wagging, and I've noticed under his tail, I've never studied a dog's tail where it connects to the body, but there seemed to be some inflammation.
Oh, no.
And it seemed like it was getting more and more swollen. Well, last week, as luck would have it, my daughters and my niece, only ones at the house, only people here at the house were the kids. They came home like after school, walk into the house to the most putrid, horrible smelling thing. And they're like, what in the world was that? They look in the kitchen and my daughter says it was like green tomato bisque. It had the consistency of like a tomato bisque, but it was greenish. But his anal gland that was abscessed finally ruptured. And the Great Dane launched. If I had to eyeball it, probably a cup and a half. Probably a cup and a half of this gunk that's in their anal gland. Now, again, for those of you that aren't familiar with what an anal gland smells like, it's like if you mixed fish and poop together. It's this fishy poop. It's got a punch to it like ammonia, like a smelling salt. And so this dog's butthole ruptured, sprayed this stuff everywhere. And then my girls, Ella, Mia, and then my niece, Louisa, there was nobody else here to clean it up. And so they were like, we got to do this. They masked up. They gloved up. They ruined a towel because they scooped all this gunk up with the towel. They were gagging, puking. Oh,
I think I would move.
yeah.
I would just list the house.
So here's the deal. They took a picture of it. I'll post that on the Instagram as well. This glandular pinata that just erupted like Mount St. Helens.
I don't want a dog. I don't want one now.
Oh.
I mean, there's times when I'm just like, maybe if I get a dog. I don't want it.
That's what dogs are doing when they're rubbing their butts across the carpet.
No.
They're rubbing their butts across the carpet because their anal gland has it's blocked or something. And so they're trying to squeeze it themselves.
Maybe that's why my butt itches, dude.
Your anal gland?
Yeah.
So what you got to do is you got to take your two fingers.
Uh-huh.
You got to take two fingers and put them at like the base, the bottom of the butthole. And then like squeeze in. Like squeeze your fingers together as you're pushing into the butthole.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And it'll squirt out. And it'll be this greenish brown fishy goo.
Can I get Johnny, your old manager, to do it?
I'm sure he would.
He did it to Nate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what Nate had done.
Uh-huh.
Yep. It wasn't a hemorrhoid. It was an abscessed anal gland.
Nate, I hope you've taken care of that. You've got shows coming up in April.
Yeah. Yeah, have your gloves ready, pal.
Have your gloves ready.
Are we
no glove, no love.
Is
that what you tell Nate?
That's what OJ always says. Mm-hmm. Is OJ Simpson still alive?
Yeah, I think he's in jail again. I think he went to jail for stealing his own jersey.
No, he's out for that.
Oh.
That was a long time ago. He did like 8 years or like 10 years for that.
For that?
Yeah. They threw the book at him because of the past.
Yeah, because they're like, you got off because the jury system is bad.
Yeah. And they're like, so with this, you stole your old Heisman trophy. You stole it back, so you're getting 14 years.
That's not cool.
Well, I don't think it's uncool. So anyway, back to space.
Back to space.
Back to space. Back to reality.
I don't think that's how it goes, Joe.
I think it is. But here's what blew my mind and almost gave me a panic attack.
Uh-huh.
This little reel popped up on my old Instagram. I'm sitting there, nothing to do, kind of bored at work. Thought, you know what? I'll take a 5-minute break, check my emails, check my texts, look at a couple of reels. This reel popped up, and it said, this is what most people think our solar system looks like. And it was the sun and all of the planets orbiting around the sun.
Okay.
And they go, however, this is not how our solar system works or looks. It looks like this. And what I was unaware of is that our solar system is in the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
Our solar system is orbiting around the Milky Way, just like planets orbit around the sun.
Okay.
So this computer imaging thing, this model, shows the sun rocketing around, and it's not only going around like a record player, but it's also going up and down. So if you've ever seen like a warped record player or a warped record on a player,
Okay.
that would be perfectly describing how the sun is moving around the Milky Way, is going.
Which is like around a giant black hole.
Yes. So not only that, so as the sun is traveling around, we're now traveling around the sun, but we don't all travel around the sun on a perfect plane like a paper plate.
Okay.
We're all like 3D in different areas, and we're all going around in different ways, all at 43,000 miles per second or something like that.
That's rad, man.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you like the YouTube of it. Now, I haven't been able to find again the one that scared me. Literally, I'm gonna be honest. It scared me. It blew my mind that that's what was going on. I thought we were like paper plate. And to think that it was this other way that's going on blew my freaking mind.
It scared you because it just seems chaotic.
It seems like you just sit here and you look like I'm in the room I'm in. You just look around the room and you're just sitting in the room. Like you're just sitting in your room.
Yeah.
The sun will come up in the morning. Not a big deal. But then to think that like I'm sitting here perfectly still, but yet I'm traveling at 43,000 miles an hour and violently spinning. And not only are we violently spinning, but then we're orbiting around a sun, and that sun isn't fixed. That sun is just going out of control as well. And on top of that, my friend, it's not like it's on a slot track like cars. Like it has give. So as the sun's going around up and down, it's floating in nothingness, and the only thing that's keeping it where it should be is, like you said, like a black hole at the center of it.
Yeah.
It's like if you take a corner, if you're at open skate on ice skates and you go around a corner, you can skate around the whole rink, and every time you take a curve, it's not like the last time. Like you could be a little bit off, you could slide a little bit out further, cut it a little closer. Oh my gosh. Honest to God, it terrified me. I set my phone down and I had to go for a walk.
Dude, I have two things to say about this. Did you at all hear like what William Shatner said when he went into space?
No.
With Jeff Bezos?
No.
He was like terrified. That was his main thing. Like, I think Jeff Bezos was like, yeah, I brought this old guy up just to show you how rich I am. And like, you know, he's trying to drum up business to send more people up or to show Amazon's cool. But William Shatner, you know, got a free ride on this rocket because he was Captain Kirk. And he was just like, he gave interviews afterwards, and he just said he was terrified because as soon as he got out there, it was just nothing. Like it was so far, you know, there were stars. Like I'm sure you could see stars like he'd never seen in his life, pictures, but it was just the depth and like the 3D surrounding just everything. But he was like, we're so far from anything.
I know.
Terrified.
Yeah.
So
there's people that get freaked out. Like they go to Hawaii. And they think like Hawaii is going to be like their dream vacation, and they get there and all of a sudden it hits them. I'm on a small little island in the middle of the Pacific, and they freak out. It's called like island madness or something like that. But madness. So I was trying to tell somebody about that solar system thing. I can't find the one that freaked me out. I'll keep trying to find it. I can't find the one that freaked me out. but there's one on YouTube that's like really cool and kind of does a better job of explaining it. But because they do a better job of explaining it, it's not so scary. The other one is just freaking scary.
Yeah.
Like you could teach your kids like how to walk to school and be like, hey kids, you know, to go to school, you walk down this road, make a right. When you get to the McDonald's, make a left, go down a little bit longer, and you're at school. Like that's one way. Or you could say, hey kids, when you leave here, there's like a pervert that lives across the street, and he could snatch you off the street and touch your no-no square. And then, so if you see him, you got to run. And then this house has this pit bull that comes out, and that thing could bite you. Like, there's two ways of describing how to get to the school. And one is chaotic and one is palatable. So I'll send you the one that's palatable.
Think about like just like the development of our knowledge. You know, like we just think the sun and the moon are gods, and that the stars are constellations. There are other smaller gods, and then you know we move past that as like a human civilization, and we're still thinking the Earth is the center of the universe. And then it becomes this heliocentric thing. And then we figure out, you know, like with the Hubble and the James Webb telescope, we're just like, there's so much out there. But we're so far from anything. You know, like there's so many scientists that are like, look, even if we figured out light speed, we're still like many light years away from anything else. If we figured out how to travel at the speed of light, which is impossible by physics, you would get there, and by relativity, because you're speeding up, by the time you got there, everybody you knew would be dead.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Like, and we have no idea what's out there. It's it just makes you feel so small, and like the universe is just so chaotic.
I don't know if we talked about this, but I'm trying to think of what I was watching or who I was listening. Oh, I was listening to the Theo Vaughn podcast, and he was talking to an astrophysicist. This African-American guy, he's on like a lot of talk shows and stuff. Great personality. He's got like a little mustache. Kind of looks like Sinbad.
Okay.
And that guy, he said something that was, I don't want to say profound, but it was profound to me that made me stop and think. And he's like, what the American like public doesn't understand. Like, again, he's an astrophysicist, works for NASA or worked. Now he works for a private company or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But what he said was that everybody wanted, like, there was like the race, the space race to get to the moon.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to get to the moon, see what the moon was made of, see all the stuff on the moon, and where we could go from there. But he said what happened is we got into space and we landed on the moon, and what did we do? We turned around and looked back at the Earth. And that unlocked. It's like in a video game where you finally get to a certain level, and you finally do something that unlocks it, and now you can go to this whole other part of the game. This whole other thing opens up. And he was saying that us going to the moon did more for the Earth, because now we're seeing, like, we could see weather patterns. We could I forget the stuff that he was saying. He was saying some heady stuff, but just the fact that like those three guys like standing on the moon, turning around and looking at the Earth. One of the things,
two guys, Michael Collins had to stay in the capsule.
Yeah, stay in there, or we're turning this thing around. But I'm sure he could look out a window and look back at the Earth. But what he was saying, and I know it goes with like advancement in technology and everything like that, but he said there's been more done for the Earth since 1968, 69, when we landed on the moon. There's been more done for the Earth, and we've learned more about the Earth because of the moon landing than we did throughout civilization up until that point.
started listening to a book like while I'm doing my kitchen remodel, and I can't remember what it's called. Something about the rapture, but it's more about just this idea that like as humankind, like all societies have like this kind of doomsday prophecy, and it has driven us to do a lot of this, like our idea to go to the moon and colonize the moon. And now like Elon Musk is like, we're going to go to Mars and we're going to colonize it, all this stuff. So this guy was talking about how, I forget, he's a professor somewhere, but he's in all these think tanks, and he keeps getting pulled in by rich people, like the people that own Walmart and Elon Musk and all these Jeff Bezos. And they're like, they want to know what he thinks about their plans to go to other planets to colonize it. And he's like, why? Why would you spend $1 billion, all your billions of dollars to go and colonize a planet that has no atmosphere, that has nothing, that's a desert, when you could just fix the planet you're on? And they're just like, it's pointless. Like, we're just going to destroy ourselves. We're just, like the whole idea of that doomsday clock that keeps ticking. They're like, we're like 3 seconds from midnight. This whole thing, like this whole idea that we're about to destroy ourselves is like so pervasive in our culture that it just drives this thing where we're just like, we gotta get out and colonize. But we can't, like, even if we could like build some way to shuttle people or build a space station that could go to another planet, and we have no idea that is habitable, who can go? Like
right.
the richest, 10% of the 1%, who can go? And then what does that look like? Like your kids will make it to that and have to figure out how to eke out a living on some desert planet,
right,
that may not have an atmosphere,
right?
I don't know. I mean, like, isn't it easier just to fix our planet? So, on that note.
Yeah, that's interesting. On that note, let's bring this to an end.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 28, but I think it's season 3, episode 4 or something like that, or episode 2.
28.
No, this might be episode 1.
Season of episode 28?
I think this is episode 28, season 3, episode 1.
Probably.
Because we weren't able to record over the holiday.
Yeah, and we created another series of episodes within another episode.
Yeah. So,
which is 28. This is 28 part X.
Yeah, like a whole time-space continuum.
That's our contribution to physics, guys.
Yeah, guys, suck it. And freebies, you got an extra like 10 minutes.
And you learned about the future, which is what Joe and I are exploring with our minds.
Which is where we are right now.
Right now. We're in the future.
Because we're doing this
West Coast.
Yeah, we're doing this now. And these people don't get this for 3 more days or something like that.
Or longer if I don't edit it on
so
time.
we're in the future. We know what's happening now, guys.
Yeah, and you don't. Unless you're Lane Helms, and then you're in the future for us because you're a day ahead.
Yeah, or you're Doc Holliday.
In Australia.
And then you're a cool character in history.
Yeah. Are you saying that because I have a cool mustache and I look like Doc Holliday?
Yes.
Can you see me yet?
I can only see you in the balloons.
Oh, you're still in the balloons?
Yeah, I don't know how to get out of that.
I'm out of it, man. But you see me.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at. Because if not, it's just your avatar.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, freebies. It's been good. Patronizers. I don't know if you're getting this. Because I don't think I can't stay up another hour.
Oh,
I'm dying.
This is okay.
Yeah,
you gotta go eat your ramen.
You maybe. I don't. Not
I
at
should
this
eat
time.
something besides Garbage Pail Kids and an oatmeal cream pie tonight.
Oh, I do love me some Garbage Pail Kids. I was like Ronald Reagan.
Oh, that was a Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah.
They had a Reese one, Reese's Pieces.
Was he
I
like
guess
all
it's
chopped
pronounced
up?
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, that's how I say it.
Yeah, he was chopped up. Stop that, Joe.
I don't think I should. I should keep that going for all the kids in the future on Mars.
Okay,
Or will they eat Mars bars?
probably.
When was the last time you had a Mars bar? Do they even make them anymore? Those things are
I don't think
crap.
I've ever had one.
Yeah, those are crap. All right, man. We're done. See you, everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Piece of pizza.
Boom.